Not expected. All right, guys. Even though that was a really rude cheap shot from Dave, I'm glad to have him here. Dave, what do we have here? What are we seeing?
So we have game one of I think this is round two,
Yeah.
Europe 3v3 tournament. We got the CZ team or CZ team, depending on where you are. All very strong water players, and they're familiar with the map. Against the NaBs team, who's probably the favorites in this tournament. So you got Nick, who's really, really good in Europe. He's on Lincoln City. Northern Pike, who's played quite a bit of Europe and is a very, very good player. And of course, Spaden as well.
Okay, so remind the stream again, who is Lincoln City?
Lincoln City is Nick.
Okay. Why did
You
he have
might
to confuse us like that?
Oh, because he was I don't know. I didn't have the heart to tell him that Lincoln City lost the other day really badly.
Ah, I see. Okay. Okay. Um yeah, I mean, sometimes viewers just get confused, but Dave, talk about the locations for the teams. I'll go through and talk about the importance of the locations if you could. Dave is a more experienced Europe player than I am. I have very little experience on Europe, and he has a lot of it, so go right ahead.
So if you look at the teams right now, we got the NaBs team. Spaden's over on where Greece is on this map. He's kind of in the corner there. Pike is in the middle of the map on France. And Nick or Lincoln City is on Spain over on the left-hand side of the map. And these spots are really interesting because it's kind of like they're positioned right through the middle of the CZ team or the CZ team. With Air being in Italy, Skull being on Africa, and Yannick being up on England. So I feel like for the first portion of the game, it's kind of going to be like 3 different 1v1s because each player is bordering an enemy.
Okay.
So it's probably not
That's a
going to
good
be much
point.
booming early.
Okay, now is this going to change the water play as well? Because normally, if you're in Africa, which is where Skull is for the CZ team, normally there you would definitely need to go water. So is his game plan going to change there as well?
Knowing I've played against the CZ guys before, and they usually go water. They're
Okay.
really comfortable with it, so I feel like he needs to go water. Yellow needs to go water as well. Everyone on here needs to go water. The only exception to that would be is if Green Spaden sends a villager up north to that water line,
Mm-hmm.
way up there, and docks up there because he wants to stay safe behind Pike's navy.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point because Pike is right there in the middle and he can access the same river.
Yeah. So I don't think Spaden would think of that on his own, but since Nick, they were probably on TeamSpeak at the time, so Nick probably might tell him to do something like that.
Okay.
But then again, if he does that, then Nick is going to be 2v1 against Skull and Error. So
And then we have the Civs to talk about as well. For the NaBs team, Lincoln City in the red is playing as the Mongols. Spaden is playing as the Chinese. And then we have Aztecs for Pike. The other team, I'm just going to toggle through the players for the stream as well. Yannick is playing as the Persians. Then we have Japanese for Error. And then we have Skull playing as the Saracens. So, guys, we have different positions, we have different civilizations, and a map that is the same every single time. So a lot of strategy is going to be involved here.
yeah, so you can already see it. The CZ team probably has the better civs here because
Okay.
you want late game powerhouse civs. And like Persians are really good even early game because of that TC and dock speed. And Japanese are just amazing early
And
game.
Aztecs are just awful in comparison, I
Well,
think.
Aztecs still get the eco bonus, but like late game, Aztecs suck.
Yeah, yeah.
So as soon as you get into Imperial, it's just awful. But you can. The first thing I noticed here is that Nick went to the bottom side, so Nick's really confident on water, and he's Mongols as well. So he knew the
Oh,
player on
yeah.
Africa was going to dock in the normal spot. So he went all the way away from his TC to dock near him.
Okay.
And he's probably going to go up around like, I don't know. He'll probably hit feudal around 11:50 or 12 minutes or something like that, which is really fast. And he'll get the drop on Skull
Yeah, that's a
down
good
there with
point.
his galleys.
With every game I've seen the player in Red's position dock to the left side, so that's a very good point. But guys, this map is the same every time. If you play on Steam, you can find it. If you play on Voobly, obviously you can find it. There's a lot of fish here, so fish is going to be very important. You're going to want to hold on to your fishing ships because it is so crucial. You don't want to build farms because that's just more wood wasted. So I think we're going to see a lot of focus on the bottom for water, but also the other areas as well, which we'll pay attention to. We are getting closer to the feudal age upgrade.
So
And yeah, go ahead.
Nick was a bit late. He opted for the extra villager, but he's still gonna have the drop on Skull, like by such a huge margin here. And he's dropping the second dock now. He'll probably drop a third one right as he gets to feudal age. And
Yeah.
Skull hasn't even clicked up yet. So I feel
Wow.
like Skull is just gonna have a bad time. But on the other hand, Error, who's not that far away from Nick, is on the way up. And he's Japanese, and he has 6 working fishing boats, and Nick only had 3 until a moment ago. So
And
he's going to have a big advantage.
interesting to see what he did with his docks here as well. I haven't seen this before. Earlier, Spaden went with a forward wall, but we have these docks from Error wrapping around this tree line and placing 2 docks just so he can grush. So you're definitely right. We're going to be seeing some water battles here. I'm so pissed to myself, Dave, because I didn't add overlay, and I was even thinking at work today. When I do Europe, I have to add the stupid overlay because I've had this dashboard forever, but I can't see upgrades. So you're gonna have to tell me.
So basically, what's happened here? Error. I don't know what Error's plan really was. It seems strange to me. He put a dock down, made a bunch of fishing ships on the one
Yeah.
side, and then put 2 on the other. Like he really wanted to surprise Spaden. But Spaden has obviously played before because he scouted the dock out with his fishing ship, and now it's 3 docks for Spaden, 2 docks for Error on that side.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
And
And a choke
I
point.
don't.
It's not like Eric can run away with these ships either.
Yeah, I mean, Spaden might lose some of his fish, but at this point in the game, like getting the Navy control, you can always remake fish later once you have a
Yeah,
safe area, right?
that's a good point. Yeah. Well,
So, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, speaking of water control, Dave, look at Nick down against Skull in the bottom
Mhm.
on Africa. You were definitely right about that advantage.
Yeah, and up at the top, even like Yannick, I don't know what Yannick's plan was here. He made 1 dock. Now he's making a second dock. This seems like a lot of inexperience
Yeah.
with the map. Like to only make 1 dock there, and he has what does he have in there? A fishing ship or a galley?
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not enough.
He's got a galley. Yeah, he's got 1 dock with a galley in it, and a second dock now. And Pike has 3. So there's really no way he's catching up, but he is going to Castle Age now. So maybe get some fire ships out or something.
Well,
But I don't know what his plan was there.
it's obvious now that NaBs has had a great start. A tower from Nick on this, Spaden, getting players confused, on this wood line. And the gold, and it is actually ranging some of these villagers, so that's annoying. That forward wall earlier from Spaden really helped out. And can take these docks out from Error, and pretty much everywhere NaBs has water control.
Yeah, I mean, it was just some really strange decisions. I felt bad for Skull because against Mongol there, like that's your worst nightmare when you're on Africa and Mongols on Spain, and
That's
they dock
true.
there because it's like, how are you ever gonna catch up to Mongols, right? But Nick has to be careful not to let him back into the game because he is Saracens, and Saracen ships are really, really strong. But really, the only advantage I see here for the CZ team, well, there's 2 advantages. There's Yannick is almost in Castle Age, like way faster than anyone else. And Error got a really big boost from that Japanese fishing. And he's on the way to Castle Age now, even though all
Yeah.
his fishing ships are dead now.
Yeah, he lost a lot of his fish, but maybe having them on the other side of this peninsula where Italy is really helped him out. So you're definitely right. Maybe they need to do some damage early on in the castle age to start bringing this one back. NaBs, as a whole, more experienced RM players, which is what makes this scenario very interesting because it's RM, but it's also custom scenario because it's always the same map generation. But so far, it looks like NaBs has been ahead. But just like you said, Dave, Pike is going to be fighting the war galleys of Yannick, so he's probably going to want to run away.
Yeah, but he's gonna be castle age pretty soon. So we'll see if he drops another dock. I'd love to see another dock there. And whether Yannick goes hard on C or if he tries to land him somehow.
Oh, some micro here from Pike, actually. He's going to fight because he does have more numbers, just not the upgrades. But he's basically buying himself time, I
It is played in
think.
fast speed. So you have to keep that in mind with the galley micro. Most of the time, it's more efficient not to micro and just patrol in.
Yeah, because you have to
Because of
focus on so many different things.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we know Pike is going to be getting those upgrades now. War Galley and Bodkin are coming in, so he's going to be fighting Yannick. Yannick, he is Persians. He doesn't have Bodkinero yet. I think he's going to fall behind in this area. What else are you seeing?
Yeah, that's going to be tough for him. The one thing that's nice is that he could just fall back into his little choke point there, and Pike will have a really tough time getting in, especially because of the Persian docks. Like, killing them takes so much time.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
But I don't think he's going to win this battle unless something drastic happens here. But on the other hand, we have Error, who has quite a substantial lead on Spaden right now. He's already got 3 TCs, and Spaden has not even hit the castle age yet. Spaden actually made a ton more fish, but he might lose them because Error's coming with fire ships around to his fish.
And these fire ships are looping around Italy. And yeah, you're right. There's a lot of fishing ships there for Spaden, so he's going to have to be careful. You're definitely right about Error as well. Error adding a lot of extra TCs. But yeah, this is the fight we were talking about. Will Pike venture in?
Push in there. It's just so tough, and he's reinforcing constantly with more war galleys. So like Pike had more army coming in here, but I feel like he's gonna lose this battle, even though he had a good like 5 ships more.
It's just down to the amount of time it takes to get your ships in there, right? Because the other guy can reproduce. Yep. So keep that in mind in any fight, by the way. When you're playing stream, keep that in mind. If you have to venture a long distance and you're right next to your opponent's buildings, he can reproduce fast.
Uh-oh, Skull. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Nick has landed Skull. Oh, they called it GG. Wow. What happened? What happened?
Well,
was
it a confidence thing?
I guess they were looking at the scores. They were probably looking at the scores.
Yeah, if you look at the scores at the bottom right, that's pretty bad for Skull, especially.
Yeah, the one thing here, like, I think Error could have killed Spaden. I really do, but Nick would have wiped the floor of Skull.
Yeah, it's true. I guess they were all considering that. Definitely an early GG, but we know these games are going to be good. It is a best of 5. And Dave, what are the settings again for the next game?
Mirror sieves and spots.
Okay.
So just flip it.
Flip-y-do. All right, well, we'll take a look at the achievements.
Can pick who they want on what civ too, so that's...
Oh, really? That's pretty cool. See, have they done this in other tournaments before, like other RM team game tournaments? That would be sweet.
It's like you can't set the spots like that, right? So it's
yeah, because it's not CS, yeah.
Yeah.
That was even if they flip-flop
game I could have done with.
Anyway, even if they flip-flop the civs in RM, sorry to sidetrack here, guys, but that would be pretty cool if they would do random civs for a 4v4 team game and then just flip-flop the civs. Locations could be different. That'd still be nice.
I just feel like it's a better representation because you don't get the boring mirror matchup, but at the same time, like each person gets a fair shot. Like each team gets a fair shot at doing it. The one problem with RM would be like the pocket and flank positions, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So at least with this, you can pick.
Yeah, like in the first game, if someone got a Persian's pocket, and the next game they get like,
I don't know,
Japanese pocket or
yeah,
Aztec. Exactly. It just completely changes the dynamic. So you're right.
Okay. So I hope I am assured that the next games will be better than the first game.
Exactly. We're just building you up here. But CZ needs to get a result, obviously. It's a best of 5, so not a good start for them, but maybe they'll learn from their mistakes. And they can have no excuses with the civs or the map because they will be playing the other civ and map position next time. Here's the units killed for you. There's the eco stats. If you're on YouTube, just pause this. There's the uptimes as well. And thank you, Hizemi, for reminding me to switch to overlay. I will do that now.
Oh, I forgot I had no pants on. I opened the door to the patio. And it's so cold. It's so cold.
I'm gonna put that at the end of the YouTube clip, so the people that stayed to the very end can get to hear that.
Do it.